Okay, so I'm going to convert everything from inline CSS, which just means that we write style inside the element itself, like this inside H2 and inside this, that we put the style in there, and we're going to put it instead as internal, which means it's going to go up in the head in this section, okay? Now this can be done a couple different ways. For one, you could just kind of like look through them, and as you look through them, write them up here. But for the sake of ease, in our case, I'm going to go ahead and just remove all the CSS, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start writing internal, okay? Because I already know what it is. But normally I might even suggest like have another document and then just like grab this and then paste it in the other document so you know what CSS you had applied. But I'm just going to go through and just delete all of it. So I need to delete inside my body. I need to delete everything from style to basically the end quotes so that this comes back to just being body again, okay? And same thing here. So pretty much anything with style in it, you're going to remove so it's back to being normal. So I'm just going to go right down the line. Now just be real careful because right here you see it's a style width. I don't want to go too far because this is source, right? So this is supposed to be in there. It's just the style and then whatever inside its quotes. But be careful not to get rid of, the other symbol here. Okay, so we'll get rid of this style, and we're just going to go right down the line and get rid of everything that has style in it. All right, but like I said, be careful. This is one of those things where even if you're good at coding, you make silly mistakes, and you'll act like I'm sure I'm probably doing it right now. You'll make silly mistakes and just miss it. It's not a matter of being skilled; it's just a matter of being precise. So I'm just going to go through and delete all of the style that we wrote before, which is a little bit cumbersome, but it will be better. Okay, so I think all of the styles are now gone. Okay, so now if I were to preview this, it's literally going to look like what we did in the first week. Currently, these IDs, they don't do anything. They made sections that we can utilize, but they're not going to actually look any different. At least not the way that we've set them up. They can kind of, but they're not really going to do anything different to start with. So it's going to look kind of drab again. So we're going to go ahead and apply that internal CSS, okay? So what I'm going to do is the one that I applied to the body before, I'm going to write that one first. So to write the CSS in the head, that is internal or embedded CSS, you're going to, after the meta, I'm just going to go ahead and write style like that, okay? Now, back in the day, you used to have to write style and then type and then text slash CSS and then relate. There used to be a whole thing to it. But we're, now with you don't have to do that anymore. But if you occasionally see something else written after style, that's actually what it's for, but it's not really needed. Okay, so with the CSS rule, what we have to do is first we have to have a selector. And that means we have to have something that's going to say what we want to apply the rules that we're going to write. In this case, we want to apply it to the body. And then you do braces, which is the keys to the right of your P key, like that, okay? So that's how you write it. So the body here is going to apply to the body tag. And I could do another one for P, and you could do this. So basically anything that's already a tag, that's already a tag in here, you can use those, right? I could even write div. Later on, I'll show you can actually grab things by their IDs or their classes, okay? So we're going to do body, and then all we're going to do is just add basically the same CSS we had before. So we're going to go ahead and do background color, and I had written, oops, not that, boom, and it was cab, C-A-B, and then 5D7, semicolon, okay? So that's one rule. Notice I kind of tabbed it in. So this is tabbed in and that's tabbed in again. And then after that, you just hit enter. And then we go to the next one. And then it's width, colon. And then we're going to do 960 px for pixels. And then we'll do margin, and then we'll just say 10 px. We'll do padding. And then we'll do 0 px. And then we'll do font family, and then that's annoying to write, but luckily enough it comes up here. And we were doing the Franklin Gothic median whatever, and that with a semicolon, okay? And then we'll do color, and then I did hashtag or pound symbol if you're an old person like me, and it's 329. So 29, 29, 29. Like that. And then lastly, I had font hyphen size, and we did 18px. Like so, okay? So you can see how this is much cleaner. Like I'm like, okay, this is applying to the body, or the body is selected, and then these are the rules being currently applied to it. And that's going to apply to this. Now, because it's applied to the body, and these are all these are all nested inside of the body, it means that this will affect everything in here, okay, to some degree. Everything that's inside of it. All right. So we'll just save that. Make sure you're saving as we're going along. So we'll save it, and then we'll go to the next bit.